If one more label try to stop me, it's gonna be some dreadhead niggas in your lobby. You don't want no problem,
Empire. So, Lucius and Andre are really setting out this episode to sign Nessa. Okay, Nessa is Exhibit / Shine's sister, who he is trying ever so hard to pimp out for that almighty dollar. Okay, he has started a bidding war with Empire and a couple of other record labels, and it is really getting kind of nasty. While streaming live, Hakeem offers $2.5 million on a piece of paper, which Shine puts right in the camera. 2.5 million, bitch. So the rest of y'all better come with 2.5 million or above, okay? And I'm like, that's how you be making me feel, okay? And you know, Lucius and Andre ain't gonna really have this shit, right? So Andre, because he, you know, had some attraction for old Nessa girl, okay? He walked in the studio and they had a moment, okay? They had a moment, okay? But Exhibit kept fucking still, okay? I didn't see him try to punch no fucking body, all right? But just wait on it. So Andre goes to Nessa and tells her, look, okay, you are in here running your dead brother, who Andre knew, okay? And he uses that to kind of, you know, let her know, bitch, we right here, okay? We right here. She runs the numbers for her brother's record label, I guess, because it looked like drug money to me, but we gonna say record label, whatever. It was her brother's business. He died and gave it to Shine to take care of for Nessa. Nessa does the books. She knows every last dime that they have, okay? Meanwhile, she's the main artist singing and shit. And Andre tells her that if, you know, he had the musical talent she had, he would be running Empire by now. So is she gonna step up to the plate and handle her business? And she decides to. So she signs on the dotted line, but they need to get Shine's signature. Shine shows up at Lucius' office throwing fucking punches at Andre. Andre like, nah, I got this, daddy. I got this. Take his little nice suit jacket off and starts to beat this nigga ass, okay? Shine, being a bitch made nigga like he is, pulls out a gun because he getting his ass whooped. Lucius, bitch, you ain't about to shoot my son, takes a bat and, you know, hits him in the back of the knee, knocks him down, and then they make him sign it. At first he wasn't gonna sign it, he spit on it, but then Lucius pulled his gun out and was like, nigga, you know I'm about it, so please do what I'm telling you to do. So he signed the paper, and then Andre kicks him in the face, which of course is going to send his ass after Andre, okay? Specifically at the end of the episode, he got all his boys talking about he disrespected me. That mean he disrespected y'all. All y'all. I'm like, is this working for you niggas? You niggas really letting him psych y'all mind up to go get on, you know, fucked up on some real shit? Because y'all know y'all not busting into another rival drug dealer's house, right? Y'all not running up on the Carter. Y'all do realize that, right? I don't know what they thinking about. They getting ready to go take action, and Exhibit's, where's Nessa? Where's Nessa? It's like, what you need her there for, nigga? Like, what she gonna do? You want her to ruin her life and go shoot somebody too? Oh, stupid ass. See what I'm talking about? Meanwhile, Nessa is getting some Andre dick, okay? Now, this is all well and good. We was here for it. But then all of a sudden, it got freaky and weird when in his mind, his wife is there telling him to get the pussy. And him and Rhonda are like, let's do it together. And like they're having sex with her together. And I was like, way to ruin it. Way to ruin it. Way to fuck it up for all of us, okay? Like, I'm just saying, am I supposed to be turned on by the dead bitch popping up and helping along with the fuckeration? I'm not here for it. I'm not here for it at all. I was not feeling that storyline. They could have took that back. I know y'all want Rhonda to still be on the show, but that was just a little too much for comfort, okay? Just when we think Andre is getting a handle on his meds and keeping it together, this what y'all give us. Becky is feeling some type of way right now because they decided to hire Xavier Ronson, some white boy who think he knows enough about black culture to be an A&R rep for Empire. And right now, he's tasked with figuring out what to do with Tiana's comeback song against Hakeem, because her little boyfriend promised a comeback song. So she doesn't really want to do this whole, you know, the boy is mine caught between two dudes bullshit, okay? She's above this shit. She don't really want to do this, okay? We gonna get to how she comes around. So look, Angelo asked Cookie out on a date, okay, to an opera. She didn't know it was opera. She didn't know it was a fundraiser. She shows up like she dressed to go to a club because that's what she thought she was going to do, listening to some music at a club, not at a fucking fundraiser event. So the way she showed up and dressed was, you know, typical Cookie cute. And it was, her hair was cute. Her, you know, her whole little orange dress. She had like a diamond panda bag. I was just like, oh, bitch, if that ain't tacky rich, I love it, okay? And I was pissed at him because why the fuck wouldn't you tell her it was formal? Like, it was almost like he wanted her to be embarrassed or something. As soon as she walked through the door, two ugly, bitter bitches, you know, came in asking her, all, you know, all these questions. Where do you summer? Do you summer on the vineyard? Like, what you do? She was like, no, I don't summer on the vineyard, but I summer at Connecticut State Penitentiary, bitch. I was in jail. Like, you know. And he like, ooh, that was hot. And it's like, so wait, are you getting like a rush because she a hood girl? Okay, so they go to the opera. It's La Boheme, which is about a woman stuck between two men, okay? And at first, Cookie ain't really was with it because she didn't understand what was going on. But as soon as she understood the premise and she's into the woman singing, it did what opera can a lot of time do. If you don't listen, a lot of the time it will do to you. If you don't listen to opera, then you wouldn't know this. But if you really like listen to opera, that shit will take you somewhere. When I mean, I always had an open ear to music, no matter what it was. I never felt like I should say, oh, I don't like this type of music, because I had heard types of opera that I loved, okay? The Fifth Element, really, like when I was really young watching The Fifth Element and Pavada Uda sings the opera song, I love that shit. And then growing up, there was that little young girl who she was really young and she sang opera. I forgot, but it was huge at the time. I forgot her name. So white girl came out of nowhere, like 12 years old, and had like the voice of a grown-ass opera singer. And I was into that when I was young too. So I really already had an ear for opera. But if you really can, that shit will make you cry. Especially live performances. Live performances of opera are off the fucking chain. And y'all know I've kind of been classically trained, so I can do a little bit of it, but it's really, really fucking difficult. It's really hard. It's way harder than regular singing, believe it or not. It's so physically, like, you know, strenuous. But anyway, so the La Boheme thing goes down. It's a beautiful performance, and Cookie's like, you better sing that, girl. And of course, everybody turns around like, what the fuck wrong with her, bitch? We don't do all of that in the opera, you know? And it made her feel embarrassed. She goes into the bathroom to gather herself, and she hears the two bitches outside talking about Angelo and this charity case with this hood rat. And she comes out the bathroom, she like, I got a cherry pick for you bitches. Remember that one? Okay. After I finish whipping both of y'all asses, y'all wish y'all never met a hood rat like me. And did it like that, and them hoes were scared. Oh, scared ass hoes. Okay? And then she leaves the bathroom and just decides to leave him there. And she's not talking to him because she felt like he did that on purpose. And I felt like he did that shit on purpose too. Okay? So he goes around talking to her assistant and talking to Jamal. And Jamal tells him that he needs to start dressing a little bit more lax and meet her on her level if you're really trying to fuck with her. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you like your boy said on El Cantante. If y'all ain't never seen El Cantante, y'all need to see that shit. Okay? That boy said, don't fuck with her if you're not gonna fuck with her. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's what Jamal basically went and told him, all right? So, after seeing the opera, this is the way Cookie explains to Tiana that this has been, you know, going on forever. And they basically bring the two together. They create this really great song where Tiana is like, nobody is gonna do me like me. I ain't met nobody better than me. Ain't nobody gonna treat me like me. Okay, it's a really cute song, and in the background is the opera singer singing the La Boheme, and it's just it's a great song. And I love the way the writers weave that storyline into producing that type of music, because I often feel like people don't really expose their kids to a lot of shit anymore. It's like the same stuff all the time. And to me, you can't really be into music for real, if you don't open up your ears to other genres of music. And that includes classical and opera, because the shit is very difficult. It's not easy to do. And if you can do it, then you can almost do anything. You know what I'm saying? Singing wise. So that's how Tiana got her comeback song, and it said what she wanted to say. So I thought that was great. And that was also how Angelo got back in Cookie's good graces. But then here come Lucius. All right, now see, the whole theme behind Angelo is that he reminds her of Barry. Y'all remember Barry? When she was growing up, Barry was the young boy that her daddy wanted her to be with, that told her he is going to lift you up instead of dragging you down, okay, into these guts. All right, y'all know about into the gut with him. Gutter. How can you say that, Mom? He's as big time as you can get. I've lived in Harlem all my life. I do know a rat when I see one. Y'all don't give it to me, Sparkle. Don't give it to me, goddamn it. Anyway, so Lucius sits down with Angelo and was like, I love that girl. I love that girl. You know, we always seem to find a way back to each other. You know, talking all that jib jab. And you know how Cookie, you know, got her name? And he runs the story about how back in the day, Barry came trying to get his woman back from Lucius, okay, at a party or whatever. And this is when Lucius gave Aretha the name of Cookie, because that's my cookie, like that. And he basically beat the fuck out of Barry and jumped him. First of all, he sucker punched him, and then him and his boys like kicked him and beat him up and shit, just so he could let it be known that Cookie was his woman, okay? And that's basically how Barry got pushed out the way by Lucius, which is another time it seemed like that Lucius took the choice away from Cookie. And another thing is, now we're starting to learn Cookie had a daddy. Cookie was in seemingly Catholic school because she had on a uniform, you know, going with this little nice boy. Her life was not supposed to turn out like that. Growing up in the hood don't make you hood. Prison and being with Lucius made Cookie hood. And that's a very surprising thing to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody got their hood in them. But it was really being with Lucius in prison that made Cookie be the person that she is now, as far as being so loud and extroverted and blunt about everything. You know, like, there's a refinement that you gotta have to this shit sometimes. And Cookie ain't got it, okay? That's because she didn't have the time to develop it. Because had she gone to school and stayed with Barry like she was, you know, like now she realized that she should have, she would have been able to hone in and definitely become like a bad bitch. She probably would have been, you know, better at the business than Lucius, because she would have probably went to school and got that business degree and then, you know, came back to do the music and all of that. Her life could have been, you know, so many different things that could have still brought her back to being a great producer and artist in music and all of that. Like, she could have still circled around back to that. And I feel like back then she didn't know that. She really felt like being with Lucius was what was tied to the music for her. And I think that's unfair. That's fucked up that she didn't think that it was something she could have done, whether she was with him or with Barry. Jamal got a drug problem, y'all. Let's go ahead and put it on out there. He's popping them pills heavy. Okay, but what happened with Jamal this episode was that he went to go see Frida, and y'all know last time he went to go see Frida, he was like jumping and scared and shit because he still has PTSD from when she shot him. Okay, so he goes to see her, and she comes out, eye big as fuck, all bloodied up, all fucked up, and says that Jamal has some really big fans in prison, and that's why she got her ass beat. So of course, he's going to now try to find a way to get her out. So Angelo, because of the help that he gave him, Angelo tells Jamal about this lawyer who is, you know, really big and known for helping with these types of cases. So basically what they do is get the lawyer to get an assessment of her mental stability, get her, you know, declared, you know, I guess non-compos mentis or whatever, basically saying that she's too mentally disturbed to be able to make right decisions. Therefore, later on, if she ever wanted to come back and testify against Lucius, he can always use the fact that she is mentally disturbed now in front of the courts. It's been put in paper, it's been put out there that you have a history of mental instability because of your upbringing. Okay? Because of that, she can never really go back and say anything against him, because they can always use that as a way to discredit her. And this was all Lucius' plan from the beginning, and Jamal had no idea. Hell, even Frida knew that she was gonna get her ass beat. Jamal didn't even know about that. So Jamal is really feeling some type of way, and I would feel some type of way too. And you know, Lucius basically told him, see, the best part about my plan was that I didn't even have to tell you, and you just knew what to do, like a lion. It's like the more fucked up and deceptive and evil his children become, the prouder he is. And that is why I am holding out for Hakeem. Holding out for you, brother. All right, right. So that was everything that happened in Empire. I hope you guys all enjoyed the review. Please don't forget to come back, share, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one, all right?
On my mama, on my hood.